We are coming to you from Staples Center. We are overlooking the plaza at LA Live where so many have gathered since Sunday's tragic news. I'm Rachel Nichols. I'm here with Kendrick Perkins, Paul Pierce. We're going to have a bunch of guests coming through a 2-hour show today as we celebrate a legend and remember all the things that so many loved about him. And I wanted to start with the two of you guys because you played him in 2 NBA Finals. And so of all the ways we will remember Kobe, we'll certainly remember the father, the teammate, the competitor, though. That was Kobe Bryant. So from 2 NBA Finals opponents, Paul, what do you remember about Kobe Bryant, the competitor?
Well, as the competitor, you know he wanted to win more than anybody. And I just remember when I had a chance to match up with him finally, because at first it was Ray guard him, then I asked to switch on him. Can I guard Kobe? Let me guard Kobe.
At a pivotal moment, he was giving you guys some trouble.
And I remember when I first got on and I'm leading on, I'm breathing hard on him. I got that from Kevin Garnett. And he just shot me with an elbow right to my ribs like twice. And I was like, hold on, he's like, well, we shouldn't have came over here. You gonna come over here, you gonna take this pain. And I was like, this guy right here, man, he just don't stop with the little tricks. And he just wanted to just kill me, like straight up. He would like grab me, toss me, elbow me, and everything he could. And the most competitive player I ever played against, like by far. I mean, it was just like a new challenge, like, oh, you want me to come over there now, Paul? You want some of this? And it was just like, wow, all right. I got to be ready to be embarrassed on national TV, but, you know, I'm up for it.
Now, I just remember a lot of things about Kobe, especially during those finals. I could finally tell P this. I was scared to death facing Kobe. I mean, because, you know, he was scary, man. You just didn't know what to expect. And I just remember one play, I was trapping a pick and roll, and he kind of got around the screen and shot a 3. And I remember Coach Tibbs yelling at me like, Perk, keep him in front of you. So in the timeout, I was like, hey, Tibbs, you want to come out here and try to guard him? How about you come out here and try to do it? But he was the ultimate competitor. You know, Kobe, when you think about Kobe, it was another story when I was in Oklahoma City. And I remember we was playing them in the playoffs, and we was trying to trap him. And, you know, I'm trying to give my team some life and bring that tenacity. And he goes to the free throw line. And I'm like, hey, ain't none of that up in here today. And I was like, you know, we gonna lock this up today. And he was like, man, hey, you know what, Perk? I got 30,000 reasons why you can't stop me today. So I was just
wow. Oh, the trash talk.
And there you go.
You thought Kevin was good at trash talking? This guy, man.
Yeah.
Quiet as kept.
Well, you mentioned the elbow to the ribs.
Oh, goodness.
A year ago, Tracy McGrady and I sat down with Kobe Bryant to tell some old stories. And Tracy McGrady has an elbow story as well. Take a listen.
I remember you had Coach Wool down in Orlando, and I came out early to say hi to Ty Lue, I think it was, and you know they were telling me, "Oh, Max ready for you, Max ready for the game." And I remember reading about you having some tightness in your back. I said, "Yeah," and I said, "Yeah, how's his back?" "Oh, so he's ready for you." I said, "He's gonna be fine when I hit him in that." Listen, so I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that back.
I had like 21 in the first half. I could have swore this dude, I think I came up, got a rebound, and when I went down, he jumped up behind me, and I swear I got an elbow in my back. I swear I got an elbow in my back. And I had a contusion. I was out. I had a contusion. I was like, yo, he did that because I was cooking in the first half, right? And I was like, damn.
He is competitive, drinking a cup of coffee.
Hey, listen,
you know that's going to happen.
I just wanted to test the back out, see how healthy it is.
Oh, man, that's great.
He just wanted to touch. He just wanted to check on Tracy there. He just wanted to check it.
Yeah, right.
But that was him, right? And you said that he would get any little advantage because to him that was all on the field to play.
He tried to find an edge any way he could. I mean, he was already had the edge ability-wise, but mentally, too, he always was trying to find the edge.
His influence on this next generation of players, frankly, on his generation of players, because I know that you guys who considered him not equals, but in his generational realm, were also taking notes from him. But the next generation, too, Perk, coming after him, how did players look at Kobe? And as you said, when you're a young player trying to go against this legend, how did you try to model yourself on him?
Well, you know, like, I'm a little younger than P, so, you know, P was looking up to basically like Magic and Jordan and those guys. Well, I was a guy that was looking up to Kobe. You know, when I was in high school, it was that Kobe and Shaq duo going on. So, you know, when you look at all the guys, and I'm watching today's NBA, you watch these guys, and it's sad to say, but since the tragedy and the death of Kobe, to me, the NBA has went to another level of guys competing and playing hard. You have, Trae Young, who has already been balling, but you look at the game he had last night. He put on the show. You look at Bradley Beal. All these guys all these guys are, to me, looking like they're going out there and laying it all out on the line. Just, playing hard. Yeah, as to Kobe, and you love to see it.
The one thing I see that how he's influenced this generation, and I'm going to go brand-wise,
okay.
and I'll never forget this. When Kobe came out with that shoe, the low-top shoe, nobody was wearing low tops at the time.
Right.
It was wearing quarter tops. Then it was like now you had Harden, you had KD. These guys had their signature shoe. What were they? They were low tops. And that was his influence on this generation as far as branding. You started to see it around the league. Now everybody around the league started wearing low tops. And it was like, that's all because of Kobe.
It's the lineage, too, when you look at his on-court game. Look, especially at the beginning of his career, everything Kobe did was a mimic of Michael Jordan. And I say that as a compliment because everyone wanted to be like Mike, and nobody got close the way Kobe did.
Yes.
Kobe was the one who managed to capture his essence, the style of his game, the rhythm of the way he moved up and down the court, even some of his speech mannerisms. He sort of mimicked and echoed Kobe. And then Michael Jordan, of course, to a lot of players who are younger in the NBA today, like Trae Young or Luka Doncic, Michael Jordan's an old highlight to them. They weren't even alive when Michael Jordan
all the way
was playing.
down to the frame of Jordan,
right.
the ball head,
all
the
that.
the shirt being tucked in.
This right here.
Right? So those young players are picking all of that up from Kobe.
Yeah.
And Kobe got that DNA passed down from Jordan. So the way Kobe was a conduit for what many people consider the greatest player ever. And that's yet another thing he did, was carry on Michael Jordan's legacy in a way, again, nobody else was able to do. No one else could be like Mike the way Kobe could be like Mike. And then add, of course, all of his own layer onto that was incredible.
But what's crazy is that, and it's no disrespect to Mike, because, Mike is up there as one of the all-time greats, but Kobe mimicked Mike, but he took his skill set to another level. Yeah. Kobe to me was more skilled than Mike. Not in no disrespectful manner, but I'm talking about when you looked at all the things that Kobe mastered in his game, this guy would literally shoot left-hand shots in the game, and was serious about it. He wasn't even playing. He was serious about it. So to me, when I think of Kobe, I think of as probably the most skilled guy to ever play the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there. There's nothing he really couldn't do. Then as he got older, he just like Mike, he started going to the post more.
Right. Sure.
The footwork.
Well, he learned how to adapt in a way that was so impressive, obviously. And then again, even after the Achilles injury, you saw him able to adapt in that way. Man, absolutely. I'm not getting into a Kobe versus Mike discussion. Not today. You are not trapping me into that. That is not going to happen. All right, coming up.